6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? It's Big T. Hey, how about that intro, huh? I just go around all day long. I play that intro in the background. It makes me look better. You know, people are like, hey, can you turn that down? I'm like, no, man, this is awesome. Gets me pumped. Right? What's up? Welcome to today's very special edition of Linker Trivia. Before we get started, I have to give a shout out to my boy Manny Silva. It was his birthday yesterday, and I missed it. What a horrible friend of mine. Apparently, he's hurting a bit today. Drink lots of water and just look out of one eye. I'm thrilled you're all here as we have some alley-oop-tastic trivia questions for you today that will be sure to test your knowledge. That's right, today we're going to be talking all about basketball. Before we get started, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Linker, for giving us a Gatorade GX bundle. These bundles are badass, I have to say. They're pretty cool. So be the quickest to answer all 5 questions, and you will be the new owner of this bundle. Brought to you by Gatorade and Linker. If you get knocked out, don't fret. Just hit the second chance button and buy back in. Keep playing. Get back in the game, right? There's no other game where coach takes you out of the game. You don't get to go, oh, I'm going to push a button and I'm going to get back into the game. But at Linker, you can get right back in and keep playing. See, we're channeling. Let's get started. This current NBA player is known for his electric play style and invigorating shooting skills. He also holds the NBA record for most three-pointers in a single finals game, with 9. For Q1, what current player holds the NBA Finals record for most made three-pointers in a single game? Is it Steph Curry, LeBron James, or Kevin Durant? All 3 unbelievable players. I'm actually surprised that didn't make that list. Gotta talk to my writer about that. This record was shattered in the 2018 NBA Finals, which pushed his team on to victory by a score of 122-103 over the Cleveland Cavaliers. Over the Cleveland Cavaliers. There's a hint right there. It's almost unfair to have him on the floor at all. I'm talking about, of course, the amazing Steph Curry. Boom. Steph Curry, he's amazing. He's amazeballs. Yes. Before games, Curry wows the crowd by easily hitting trick shots from all over the court, including the tunnel on the way back. He always hits a shot from the tunnel. It's pretty unbelievable to watch. Anyway, while some basketball players stick to basketball, others can't help but be wrapped up in pop culture and become larger than life. One such player was last seen palling around North Korea with Kim Jong-Un for question 2. Which former NBA star is friends with Kim Jong-Un? Is it Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, or Dennis Rodman? I think this is an easy one, y'all. This is an easy one. You can get this. A couple seconds left there. In addition to all that, this player also had an illustrious professional wrestling career, even joining up with Hulk Hogan at the NWO. He's also been the subject of a handful of reality TV shows, but he's mostly known as, that's right, Dennis Rodman. A badass rebounder in his own right. Got to give it up. Got to give it up for my people that like to rebound. Rebound, give it back to Waz. Rebound, give it back to Waz. That's what I'm talking about. Kim Jong-Un is apparently a diehard basketball fan with a special affection for the 90s Bulls team, one of my personal favorites. From 1991 to 1998, speaking of the Bulls, Michael Jordan led the Bulls team to 6 NBA championships, and that included a year break to dabble in minor league baseball. For Q3, it's a little tougher one. What minor league baseball team did Michael Jordan play for? Was it the Dayton Dragons, the Birmingham Barons, or South Bend Cubs? This is a tough one, people. After winning 3 championships in a row, Michael Jordan left basketball to pursue his original dream of playing baseball. He worked hard, but it was not meant to be. He was given the chance in the sports based on his superstar power alone, but ultimately decided to leave the Birmingham Barons. That was a tough one. Looks like about half of you got that one right, so that had to be tough. Interesting one, though. So glad that he came back. Oh, where's my clicker working? Here we go. After he returned to the NBA, the Bulls went on to win another 3 NBA championships in a row. A truly amazing feat. The fact that he left, played baseball, then came back and then won 3 more championships it'll never happen again. Shaquille O'Neal is another player who transcends the game of basketball into superstardom. With this sunshine-like personality, it's hard to dislike Shaq. While he spent most of his career as a Los Angeles Laker, that's not the only place he played. In fact, he's kind of a journeyman. So, for Q4, which other team did Shaquille O'Neal not play for? Not Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers, or the Houston Rockets? This is a really tough one, because he actually played for a lot of teams. It's really hard to picture Shaq wearing anything but a Lakers or Magic jersey, but he sort of did an NBA tour in his twilight years. That tour, including teaming up with LeBron and the Cavs and even Kevin Garnett and the Celtics, but never the Rockets. That's right. 3 correct. 5 incorrect. That was a savage question. That was number 4. Buy back in. We got one more. When Shaq signed with the Lakers, it was for a whopping 7-year, $120 million deal, which at the time was the most lucrative contract in sports history. Of all sports. That's crazy. Now that's just lunch money. March 11, 2020 is known colloquially as the day sports stood still, as it was the day COVID-19 had finally impacted the sports world. It had started when the first NBA player finally tested positive for the virus mere days after joking about it. It started a chain reaction that caused every sport to immediately suspend operations, plunging the sports world into uncertain chaos. For your last question, are you ready? Are you guys ready? You want to play? Who was the first NBA player to test positive for COVID-19? Was it Chris Paul, Rudy Gobert, or Karl Anthony Towns? Again, another tough question. You want to win this, you got to be smart, people. You can't just bring good looks. That's my job. Jeez. Just 2 days before the diagnosis, this player, he touched every microphone and recorder at a press conference after being asked about COVID-19, kind of as a joke. Little did he know he wouldn't play in another game until July later that year. The player was, of course, Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz. Oh, look at that. You guys, 3 of you got that correct and 1 incorrect, and that was Q5. So, whoa, okay. More than one person answered all 5 questions correctly. As you know, we only have 1 prize because we're cheap. And this triggers a tiebreaker, which means the person who was the quickest to answer all the questions wins. Here are our winners. Who are our winners? Here we go. I'm looking, people. I'm looking. Hang on. Looks like Melly. I don't know. We got to get it put on this thing. Anyway, we'll work on that. Jason, work on that. That's your job. Well, that's it for today's trivia. That's all I have for you. I would like to give a big thank you to everyone for playing and to our event sponsor, Linker. I don't know about you, but I feel like going outside and working on my jump shot right now. It's a little lackluster to say the least. Don't forget to subscribe to my event feed to stay up to date on upcoming events and get reminders when it's time to play. We have another fantastic slate of questions lined up tomorrow and special guest host, the beautiful, lovely, and talented Tammy, or Little T. Thinking about asking her out. She's smoking hot. In the meantime, remember, you are all winners in my book. Cheers, y'all.